What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. This time we are going to be previewing the Fulham game away from home at Craven Cottage. Now, we're back after the international break. We've got so many games coming up throughout the last game of March, which this game is, and then all of April and into May. So busy, so many competitions, and lots of Premier League games to go. It's tiring, it is, but we're back into the thick of it. So looking forward to this game. We're going to go up against Fulham, so we're going to preview this game. So first up, we're going to be talking about our opposition, Fulham. Now, Claudio Ranieri was appointed earlier in the season their manager. He was sacked. They obviously brought him in to try and keep them up. Not really done that, so they've employed Scott Parker. I think he's on basis until the end of the season. He's been in charge, and whilst he's been in charge, also hasn't won a game. And so, yeah, that's where they're at. In the last game, though, if you remember rightly, they played Liverpool, and they very nearly shocked Liverpool. Liverpool 1-0 up, obviously, then a big mistake from Liverpool allowed Fulham late on to equalise before Liverpool ended up putting the pressure onto Fulham and stupidly bringing down one of their players. I think it was Mane, brought down by the keeper, and Milner ended up putting the penalty in to lose 2-1 for Fulham. So that's where they're at, and that kind of has summed up their season. Now, for this game, apparently I was reading online there's a planned protest from the Fulham fans. This is about ridiculously expensive ticket prices for their home fans, and also the banning of banners, which met the terms and conditions of Fulham Football Club, and so they're not happy about the direction that that's going in, and I fully support that protest. Of course, I'm a big supporter of cheaper football ticket prices. I don't know why they tried to rinse the fans, but there we go. So full support to Fulham fans, and every bit of respect there. Now, in terms of Fulham themselves, Ryan, Babel and Mitrovic, I imagine, will probably be up front. So we've got some power to deal with, particularly with Mitrovic up front. So our defence needs to be focused, and they need to make sure that they cut out any mistakes. You've got Seri in midfield, who City were, of course, linked with last summer, the defensive midfielder. They've also may well see Ryan Sessegnon start, the left-back or left winger, whichever part of the left wing he wants to play on. You've also got Chambers at the back too, and you've also got Fosu-Mensah, who may start too. So there's lots of good players there, good, solid Premier League players who can cause us a lot of problems. And so we have to be focused, we have to cut out the mistakes. We're the champions, they'll want to upset us, they need wins. Fulham staring down a barrel at the Championship, they need points, they need wins, and they need them quickly, so they need to win this game. And so it's difficult for Fulham. The run of form that they're going up against isn't great. 7 games without a win. They've not won since the end of January, which was a 4-2 win at home versus Brighton and Hove Albion. And so the way I see it is, if Manchester City want to win the league, we need a good away record. Our away record last season was fabulous. This season, it's okay. It could be better. I think we've got 5 away games coming up over the course of till the end of the Premier League season. So we've got this match against Fulham, another long trip down south to play Crystal Palace. We've also got a match against Manchester United at Old Trafford. We've got to go to a local match at Turf Moor against Burnley, and also the final game of the season going on the furthest down south against Brighton and Hove Albion. So we've got difficult away fixtures. If we can win all them, then our away record will be marvellous. It will be a very good away record, and it's one that will almost certainly see us win the Premier League, in my opinion. And so, the first of many, basically, away games. We need to win this game. For City, in a good run of form, we're unbeaten in 12 games, all competitions. We've won 11. 12 if you want to count that match against Chelsea in the Carabao Cup final. It did, in my opinion, it was a 0-0 draw. It finished 0-0 the game when the final whistle went. We won on penalties, we brought the trophy home, so who cares? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, last game for City, we won 3-2 after being 2-0 down away against Swansea City in the FA Cup quarter-final. Fulham will have studied the performance there, and so I'm wondering if they're going to try and copy the tactics that Swansea did. It's very difficult being able to do what Swansea did, but they did it, and Fulham were very impressive in the Championship last season. They're more than capable of replicating that, and so we have to be careful. We have to cut out the mistakes and learn our lessons from that last game. We've also got to think about the international break. A lot of our players have been out on international break. Their fitness might come into play here. A couple of the players might be given a rest that's played a lot of minutes over the international break. So players like Sane, Sterling, Walker, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, Alexander Zinchenko, they've all been away on international duty and played a lot of minutes. So I'm not expecting all of them players to be able to come into this match and start. They've only been back in training for, what, 2 days, I think, up to now. So it's going to be difficult, and it's going to be a scrappy game. It always is after the international break. We can't expect a lot of fluidity into this game, and I imagine it'll probably be the same for the Cardiff game at home on Wednesday night too, because you can't expect the team to be able to play at a top level standard when they'll had a couple of days training, and so we need to make sure we stay focused here and get the job done, if you get where I'm coming from. We have had some welcome news though. Mendy, Kevin De Bruyne, Fernandinho and company, they're all back in training now. I'm not sure if we're going to see any of them, but we might see one or two appearances, might see one of them start. I reckon if we're going to see any of them start, I reckon it might well be Kevin De Bruyne. I won't be surprised to see company start in this game either, but you never know. I've not had an injury update on John Stones as of yet. I've not had an injury update on Fabian Delph. I'm waiting for Pep's press conference. I've done this video before Pep's press conference, which is today at 1:30. So I'll leave it either on my Twitter or in the comments below on this video, the details of that, in case I need to change up my starting 11 or my predicted starting 11 for this game. But I'm just wondering about Bravo too. I've not really had an injury update on him. Last time I heard he was training and he was making saves in the net, but we've not seen him feature in any of Manchester City's squads. He won't be in the starting 11, but I've not seen him on the bench, so I'm wondering when he's going to come back. I'm not too sure, so that's where we're at with team news. In terms of this game, I think it'll be a nip and tuck game. I think it'll be a typical international, just after the international break game. We need to cut out the mistakes and put our chances away. I'm confident we can do that. I'm going to go for 2-0 Manchester City. I'd love to know your thoughts of that in the comments below, and let me know your score prediction for this game. Now, Liverpool, all about putting pressure on Liverpool. This Liverpool currently first, but we've got a game to play, which is going to be at Old Trafford. That's not until the end of April. We've got a game in hand coming up there this midweek against Cardiff at home, but Liverpool are going to be playing again on the weekend when we're not playing in Premier League action, because we'll be in the FA Cup semi-final, and so we need to put them under pressure. We're playing first here. I think we're playing first the weekend when we play again against Liverpool, so we need to be able to put them under pressure, and so it's difficult, but we need to do it. And so if we can pick up 3 points here, we know that we're going to go points clear of Liverpool, and Liverpool then need to win their game, and they're of course playing on Sunday. They've got a match against Tottenham. Pochettino isn't going to be in the dugout for that game, so it makes it difficult for Tottenham, but Tottenham need they need points, they really do. Champions League isn't guaranteed for them next season. Are they going to win the Champions League? Anyone can win the Champions League, I don't know, but if you risk, if you finish outside the top four, that you're making life very difficult for themselves. So they need points, and so that'll be an interesting game. If we can put Liverpool under pressure and maybe Tottenham can sneak ahead, that makes it a different ball game. So we're looking to try and put Liverpool under that little bit more pressure. It's in our hands. Now I'm going to pop up my team prediction for this game. I've gone for Ederson in goal. I've gone for Kyle Walker at right back. Zinchenko at left back. I've gone for Otamendi and Laporte. Handy not having Laporte being called up from France. Very disappointed for him, but great for us. A fresh Laporte from now to the end of the season. It's brilliant. Gone for Gundogan in defensive midfield. I think we'll see Fernandinho over the next couple of games, possibly not even the next game. We might see him for the FA Cup and then for the Champions League. He's a very important player for Manchester City, but whilst he's been away, Gundogan, in my opinion, has been great. And so I'd start him in this game. I've gone for De Bruyne and David Silva. We'll see how that midfield works. If it isn't working, then try and change it up quite quickly, maybe into the beginning parts of the second half if it isn't working. If you remember last time we went with a similar midfield, it didn't really work, but it clicked a lot last season, so we'd have to wait and see. I've gone for Bernardo Silva. He just has to start in games, doesn't he? He's just brilliant. And Raheem Sterling and Sergio Aguero. It speaks for itself. Leroy Sane and Riyad Mahrez, they're going to get games, though, coming up over the next few weeks, because we're just playing too many games for them not to. And so squad rotation. So there we go, that's been my team prediction. So I'd like to know your team prediction in the comments below, too, along with your score prediction. This game, 12:30 PM kickoff, GMT. We're in London at Craven Cottage. Fulham are staring at the relegation into the Championship. Ranieri gone. Scott Parker is in charge. He can't win. We've got a chance here to get 3 points. We need to go and do it. This game is live on Sky Sports if you can't get to the game. So if you want to go and check it out and watch it wherever you are in the world, then you can. It is being broadcast. But in my opinion, it's just nice to be back with football. The international break, it's just a pain. It really is a pain. And so I'm delighted now that I've got content from now until the end of the season. It's brilliant. So there we go. That's been the preview. It's been a while since I've done a preview. I feel like I'm a little bit out of practice. They'll get better. So there we go, that's been the video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you slap a like on the video. If you are new around here and you're interested in my content and all things football and Manchester City, then make sure you do subscribe, press the red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. We're aiming for 2,500 subscribers and we are making serious gains towards that. At the time of recording this video, we are only 44 subscribers away, so any help towards that goal would be much appreciated. Thank you everyone for watching the video. Thank you for all the continued support. If you want to go follow me on social media, links that in the description below. I'm going to pop them up on the screen. My Twitter and Instagram if you want to go and follow me on there. My email also in description if you want to go and hit me up with any business enquiries or any sponsorships for any videos. don't ask, you don't get, then you can go and email me, link in description below. So I'll see you all again for the next video. We'll have the analysis up after the game tomorrow, so fingers crossed we get the 3 points and we can put pressure on Liverpool going into their game on the Sunday. We'll take this one game at a time, another cup final. Oh, tiring. So it's been JSGC. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Ciao for now.